Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Industrial Dave. Welcome to 6 to 6. Yo, this video, I got random facts about the industry you had no idea existed. We get right into it. Let's start it. Listen, man, overhead welding. You overdoing it. I'm telling you, overdoing it right now on overhead welding. If you're a beginner, I know it's scary because all the sparks are falling straight on you. Listen, overhead welding is just upside down flat. That's it. There's nothing to it. The hotter you are welding overhead, the better your weld is gonna come out. I'm telling you, is stick it straight up and pull it to you. If you're welding stick or flux core, whatever process you're welding overhead, bring it towards you, okay? Don't be afraid of it. It's just upside down welding. That's it. It's like flat, except it's upside down. That's the easiest way I could put that. Super random. Now I got this little card here to help me. Now what is next? Check this out. The railroad, all right? If you work on the railroad, you don't pay into Social Security at all. So you will not be paying at all if you work for the railroad. So if you work there for 20 years, 5 years, or whatever amount of time, and you go, let's say you're older and you go to apply for Social Security and there's nothing there, that's because you're not paying into it. The railroad has their own, they've got their own deal that you have to go through. And hence, if you're looking for a loved one or maybe like a older relative or something like that that you want to get in contact with, and you know that they used to work in the trades or something like that, you have to look separately if they work for the railroad. They won't come up in any other search. The railroad has their own deal. That's a hidden gem that could be very helpful to you. Next, you gotta like this one, all right? If you go through a union apprenticeship, there's agreements in a lot of states that if you become a journeyman and you went through a certified apprenticeship through a union, they will give you college credits. Now every state varies. It's just kind of dependent on the type of state that you live in. For instance, if you're in California and you went through a union apprenticeship, I believe they give you I can't remember how many credits, but it's towards an associate's degree. They give you it's a very significant amount of credit that you get towards an associate's degree if you go through a certified apprenticeship through a union. A lot of people don't know that. You know, if you're wanting to move up the chain or the ladder, however it is later in your years, and you went through that apprenticeship, you can use that college credit. A lot of people don't know about that, right? Now, on the flip side of that, let's say you went to college, you got the degrees and all that, but now you want to get into trades. So depending on the type of union that you apply for, they will give you 1,000 hours, 500 hours, sometimes 2,000 hours towards your apprenticeship if you have a degree. Again, that's dependent on the type of union, whether you go through the Boilermakers or, you know, the operating engineers or the electrical workers, wherever, right? They all have their own rules, but for the most part, if you're already degreed and you went to college, they will give you, you know, either 1,000, 2,000 hours, or they might just start you in as a second or third year apprenticeship. Like I said, it just kind of depends. Now, we're getting hot. I got some really slick ones that y'all gonna like this one. Where we at? All right, check this out. The nuclear power plants. You gonna like this one. If you are currently red badged or you're going through the process of trying to work at a nuclear power plant or you work at a nuclear power plant, check out my other videos on the nuke for this. But when you're going through your badging process and your red badge, they do a credit check, all right? If your credit is bad enough, they will not let you work there because they're assuming, I know it sounds crazy, you need a job, but they're assuming that you could be compromised for a bribe if you've got really bad credit and really bad debt. Like I haven't heard of anybody getting denied from it, so it's gotta be super extreme. But if you're working at a nuclear power plant, they will print you out a credit report. That's crazy. The bank doesn't even do that. They have to mail it to you and do all that crazy jazz. But if you are at a nuclear plant processing in for your red badge, they will literally give you a printout of everything that's on your credit. Shows the price, not the price, but it shows how much you owed, everything what you paid off. That's super legit, man. Like, I'm giving y'all some gems right now. All right, now my last one, listen, I saved the best for last. Y'all gonna love this one. For all my oil refinery guys, hey, Birdman hand rub on this one, baby. You gonna like this one. for all my oil refinery guys, if you've got a TWIC card, you do not need TSA pre-check. Now, let me go into that, all right? No, you cannot use your TWIC card for TSA pre-check. Absolutely not. If you're going through the line at the airport and you whip out your TWIC card, they have no idea what it is. Check this out. If you look at your TWIC card and look on the back and read it, it's through Homeland Security. Your TWIC card is through the same Department of Homeland Security. Now, you cannot use your TWIC card at TSA pre-check. Most of the agents have no idea what it is, and it varies from airport to airport. Now, hold up. What you can do is, for instance, if you have purchased an airline ticket, all right, you already purchased it, that's okay. Take out your TWIC card, and there's numbers on the back of your TWIC card. The first 4 numbers are your Homeland Security pre-check number. So what you do is you go to the counter. Let's say you've already purchased your ticket online and everything. You go to the counter and say, hey, I want to enter my pre-check numbers in. Now this could work 2 ways. I believe Southwest and United are a little different. I get the 2 confused. I don't know if it's American or JetBlue, but on the websites, you can actually enter your 4 numbers that are on your TWIC card. I believe it's the first 4. You enter your first 4 numbers that are on the back of your TWIC card on the website, and when you go to the airport to print out your boarding pass, it will say TSA pre-check on the boarding pass. Now, if that doesn't work, like I said, I get the airlines mixed up. If that doesn't work, you go straight to the airline counter, whether it's American, United, and I'm telling you, it's simple. No one's gonna get confused. It's not illegal. It's not anything. You just go to the counter and you say, hey, I want to enter my pre-check number on my boarding pass. It didn't work at home or online. They're used to that. They already know. So they're not even gonna ask you for ID. They're not gonna ask you anything. They're just gonna say, what are your numbers? And you tell them the first 4 numbers that are on your TWIC card. They're gonna punch it in, boom, and it's gonna come. It's already in the system because TSA pre-check and Homeland Security are the same. They're the same department. So it's gonna come up, guys. So if you're in a bind trying to catch a flight home or to that next job site, enter those numbers on the back of your TWIC card. That will, listen, that's got me out of so many jams. You don't need to. Now, clear is different, but I'm telling you, you do not need TSA pre-check. Already have it if you got a TWIC card. All right. So listen, these were just a few random industry facts about the industry that you might not have known. Oh, I forgot about this one. I got one more. If you are a violent person, okay, if you fight your brother in the union, your brother or sister, you know, don't do it. I'm telling you, if you fight somebody in your union, most of the time, they're not gonna do it. But in some unions, they are eligible to not only have you removed from your union, but they're eligible to take your pension from you. I know it sounds crazy, but they're expecting that you guys are gonna act like gentlemen and you're gonna act like ladies and not be physical with each other. But yes, if you hit somebody that's in your same union, they can be eligible to take your pension, guys. So hey, let's work together. Let's get the word out for these trades, man. America needs us, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in to 6 to 6. I'm Industrial Dave, and you guys have an industrious day. Take care.